cider.
Vodka. Trisha then started to say that Sam looks about 16 years old. A 16-year-old...
15 I've got.
You look like a 16-year-old boy who's excited to be out of the house.
Yeah.
He is like that.
He's like a little puppy, isn't he?
And then she started to talk about men. She likes a real man.
Oh, yeah, she wants to be dominated.
Yeah. And then he was like, well, what about Chad? And then Chad tries to walk into a locked door, which is quite funny in the background.
She's like, nah. And then Sandy was discussing...
Oh, this was good. This was funny.
Discussion. Flesh tunnel. That's what that thing in it is.
Yeah. One of my friends used to try to always convince me to get a flesh tunnel.
My ex
how big my ears are already. That low. Imagine if that stretched really big. That'd be horrible.
My ex had it and it was all stretched and the doctor had to stitch it up.
Yeah, and then it just looks like a fucking butthole.
Scar,
little cat's butthole stuck on the end of your ear. It's
hey,
disgusting.
Towie's pissed off with you for saying that. And tongue piercing. I used to have my tongue pierced. There's nothing wrong with it.
Did you?
Yeah, when I was a teenager.
And tell me about the pain. Did it hurt when they did it?
It hurts going through, yeah. But mine used to, I've said this before, I'm sure. Mine used to go dirty underneath. Like it got like a build-up underneath it. I thought, I can't do this.
Repulsive.
I know, I've got a dirty, filthy mouth.
Well,
I know.
That's something we don't know.
Not a surprise, is it?
Yeah, Sandy said about... So Gemma was describing all these procedures. Not procedures, like what? What's it called? Enhancements? I don't know. Modifications?
Mutilations.
Yeah, mutilations to Sandy. And she was like, everything you've done, babe, it's all painful. And she was like screwing up her face. And she's like... Have you still got your taste thing about being able to like taste stuff on your tongue? And then about the nipple, piercing the nipples, she was asking if you get like numbed, and she said no, they make it cold. She's like, what, with an ice cube?
And it was, I think. And then Gemma said you lose sensation in your nipples. That's not good. You don't want to lose sensation in your nipples. You can get rid of
I ain't got much anyway.
You think men don't, do they?
Some do.
Some
I'm
do.
jealous of the ones that do.
I know, but when you're with a guy, you don't want to be like having to deal with his nipples as well as everything else.
Speak for yourself. We know my feelings on nipples.
What? Oh, you like the long ones. And then Sandy went, you ain't got your minge done, have you? Men probably like it tingling them.
Oh.
Like Deborah.
Yeah. Deborah who doesn't masturbate. Next game, the talent show.
Yeah, this was a bit mixed, really. Wasn't it?
Okay, for some reason, Helen, Sandy and Chad were the judges. Clearly they've got no talent to showcase whatsoever.
Yeah, true.
But Helen does. She should have done a comedy routine. Maybe she'd had it written to a contract that she wouldn't do wouldn't try and be funny. Because she knows she can't. Maybe, just theorising.
Do you have that written into your contract, Gaz?
Fuck off.
Took me a minute.
I knew what you were getting at.
I'm just being a little bitch, sorry.
So the first one the singing?
Hold on. Yeah.
So Amelia Lilly and Sarah Harding had to sing the award-winning Girls Aloud song, The Promise, together.
I hate that song. No.
They were both a little bit waily in parts, weren't they?
Dreadful. Amelia,
like some parts sounded good, but Sarah Harding was trying to do like the backing bit.
The high note was dreadful.
If you imagine like Girls Aloud, there's what, 5 or 6 of them? 5 of them.
Yeah.
Like she's just doing her bit, but she ain't got like Cheryl, Nadine,
whichever
whoever else to do
sing.
the other bits as well. So she's just doing her bit, going whoa, and like there's no one else to, like mellow it out with their bit.
It's a bit embarrassing when someone's out singing you on your own song, isn't it? It's a bit
but it should have been more of a battle, shouldn't it? That would have been more fun.
Yeah.
What's that show called?
The Voice. This is The Voice. Yeah.
And Emma Willis presents that, so she could have come in and done
That's true. So then Brandy and Marissa had to put people down. That was a bit weird and awkward, wasn't it?
They'd written them themselves as well, because they had a clipboard with a pen.
They said to Sarah Harding, if you were the 6th Spice Girl, you'd be unseasoned Spice.
That don't work, does it? Because that's not a spice.
Should be like Old Spice.
Hang on, baby,
No
sporty.
Spice.
What's Sarah Harding? What about emotionally broken Spice?
Botox Spice. Cokehead Spice. Yeah, and then what else did they say? Hold on. I know you ain't written fuck all down. They said, Derek, do you really see ghosts or is it just cigarette smoke and mirrors?
Does he smoke a lot?
That was odd.
Maybe he smokes a lot. Yeah, no, I've got some down. They said They were talking about Paul, and
Yeah.
Marissa went, "Which one's Paul?"
Yeah.
Paul,
That
are
was
you
good.
really an actor?
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen you in anything.
And then he went, that's because you're from America. No, it ain't. That's because you ain't in nothing. And they were proper like laughing in his face as well. It was good.
They said to Barry, you need to man up and untuck your dick from between your legs. Bit of a personal attack.
Quite funny though.
Was that about the nomination thing?
Yeah.
Derek and Cora's bit was next.
Oh God.
Now, we were saying that we want to look at the tape on this one, and we want Big Brother to zoom in on that 2p.
We should rewind that bit.
So, yeah, but they didn't show the table the whole time.
So they're helping him
Maybe
out.
bots will, like,
Big
reveal
Brother's
it.
Stooges.
Yeah, it's probably in his contract as well. Don't reveal my tricks.
It was weird that Cartit was like playing along with this parlour trick, basically going, "Oh, there's a heaviness in my
Oh,
heart."
he had a tingling on the front of his head.
And then he drew a face which just looked like a fucking scribble. I didn't hear any mention of Jade or David Guest though.
No, that
Do you
news
think
story
they
was
wouldn't do it?
misleading.
Do you think they wouldn't?
What wouldn't show it?
Yeah.
I don't think Derek Okora is going to be saying that
No,
shit, do you?
I wouldn't have thought so.
People are always saying that Jade Goody's haunting that house, though. Like, I've heard that said before, but I think it's just by the tabloids.
Why would she haunt that house? Wouldn't she just haunt the house where she lived? Stupid.
I don't know.
Well,
If you've got free reign, maybe you would go back there,
I wouldn't.
floating around.
I'd be off somewhere decent. And then, yeah, Derek said he felt the spirit of Joseph, age 52.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh look, that 2p piece has moved." Haven't ghosts got better things to do than
Move 2p's around on tables. Yeah,
about half an
exactly.
inch. Also, you said they shouldn't be allowed money in the Big Brother house.
No, that's against the rules. Should have given him a slice of carrot or something instead.
Arthur wanted that carrot.
Oh yeah, probably locked in the storeroom. Next, they had to. It was who was it again? Had to make viral videos.
Trisha and Gemma. That was an odd one. They were apparently reenacting something Trisha had already done on her YouTube channel.
Where she put various like food items on body parts and rubbed them against Gemma's tongue, and she had to decide what it was she was licking and from where.
That's like my worst nightmare, doing that.
Marmite from an elbow.
Ugh. Disgusting.
If you don't know what Marmite is, it's
Lucky
like
you.
it's called yeast extract.
That's not selling it.
It's thick, black, very savoury, salty spread that you put on bread with toast, and it's a bit similar to what's they call it in Australia, Vegemite.
I nearly said Yosemite. It's not that, is it?
No. What's
not...
the other one? Bovril. That's a meaty one.
Ugh.
And people like either love or hate Marmite, but she must have been a lover because she wasn't bothered about the Marmite.
Fuck Marmite.
It's actually very good for you. It's full of vitamin B or something.
Not if you lick it off Trisha's vagina. The only thing that was notable about that was Trisha in her bikini. That was it. In her sheeny bikini. Then Barry and Paul had their acting.
Oh, this
scene.
was good, and they'd obviously written it themselves as well, and it was
thought
quite
it was funny.
involved.
It was funny. I liked it. I heard people throwing shade on that on Twitter as well. I thought it was really funny.
It was really funny.
Paul Zinan's acting was appalling, but Barry was good.
Well, both actors were pretty shit. It wasn't Barry's, like, it wasn't Sean's best work.
No. And then Chad was like, "Oh, you killed it." He's like, "I want to know what happens next."
Yeah, it's like watching a live movie.
That's the only time Chad's ever spoken about anything other than Minge.
Yeah, that's true. Let's summarise this. It was two brothers. One has returned from Australia with a slightly Australian accent, which I thought was good.
Barry gave him cufflinks and said, "Dad's left you these."
Oh yeah, he comes back to find out his dad's dead, right? Is that it?
Yeah.
And he's wearing a nice suit. He's normally seen in his overalls from the scaffolding or something. And then he's like, "Oh, I stole whose toothbrush did he steal? Dad's toothbrush. His uncle's toothbrush. And here's the DNA test results. It was in one of those envelopes they did nominations in at the end of last series. And then there was a Picasso painting involved, which was, I put it was worth 24 grand, but you said it was worth what?
It's a Picasso, 2.4 million. You can't pick up a Picasso.
Pick up a Picasso.
Pick up a penguin. For 24 grand, Cass, you Philistine.
So Uncle John was in Belmont prison.
Yeah, but was it Belmont?
Yeah. It's that as a really bad prison. Well, the rapist girl.
I only know Strange Ways from that Morrissey album.
And basically,
Smiths.
that guy Barry's character took all the money, and Paul Danan said, "You're just a fat, old fucking piece of shit, you wanker."
That was funny.
And he said, "What?
I'm a rich piece of shit."
I've built you up and now I'm going to take you down, or something like that.
That was funny. I enjoyed that.
That was the best piece of soap opera I've seen in years.
I still think this is a crap episode, though. And then Jordan and Sam did a strip, which I literally did not even look up for to see if they did the hands down the pants sexual assault routine.
Why did I write obituary?
I think we heard someone say it, but I don't know how. This is the point I noticed on Sarah Harding's back. She has a very beautiful and meaningful tattoo. Very, very profound. It's "Don't be bitter, glitter." Gaz, are you willing to have this tattooed on you?
Only if it's in Arabic.
That the way it was like it's really thick. Ugh, disgusting. Ugh,
gnarly.
God, trash.
Too glam to give a damn would be better.
And then Barry popped up to the
I've only popped up for a bit of banter, really. You can use them or not.
I love that.
A few comments on the talent show. Like I say, you want to put it in the show, go for it. You don't want to use it, it's no probs.
That reminds me of in BB19 when Megan went up to campaign to Cody and she went, use your stock phrases that you say when you're on the block. It's just like, people just can't be able to say, yeah, whatever.
What I liked was that Big Brother was like, fuck you, we're going to put this bit in. Yeah. I'm just going to use your sound bites. But then I wasn't sure if Sean was just being really clever and making a funny scene for us as well.
I think he was, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. And then he was pretending he didn't know Marissa's name. And he said Chad has just woken up and joined the party.
What about metaphorically spit roasted?
Oh, yeah.
You made a comment after that I didn't quite get.
I can't remember. I couldn't write it all down, but I enjoyed it. I think I like Barry's DR Bants. I think he's going to be the
I'd like to see more of that.
diary room warrior for this season. He's going to be your boy of the diary room.
So now Chad was saying that he'd been famous for 1 year.
Yeah.
I've had sex with people before then.
More sex with
people before then. You want to have sex with me because I'm famous? What's his point? He doesn't like that. What did you said? He said it's way more opportune to jerk off and go to bed. What does he mean by opportune? Surely it's more opportune to just shag someone who wants to shag you because you're famous.
I suppose because it's just easier to have a wank, isn't it, than have sex with someone, have to have a conversation with them to find out what you like, what you don't like.
But that's not what he said. But yeah, it is. I know what he's saying.
I think that is what he's saying.
Okay.
I guess you get more opportunity to just have a wank and go to bed. Don't have to do any groundwork, right?
No.
Jerk off. I love that. And then Sarah was storylining in the DR, beginning her journey.
She's only 35 and she's talking like she's about 65.
When she was in her 20s, she had a lot of energy. She used to work hard, play hard. Now, at her great old age
of 35,
yeah, she wants people to see the real her. She had a little cry, squeezed a little cry out.
She managed to squeeze one tear out. This is my second chance to show people who I've grown into,
and it's another opportunity to make the most of my life. It's too early to be journeying like that. You need to slow it down.
Also, you learn by your mistakes and your regrets. She prepared that before she came in. She's probably got a tattoo on her leg or something.
I want to see her other tattoos. See if she's got anything worse than "Don't be bitter, glitter."
I don't think it can get worse than that.
Gary Glitter. Meanwhile, Chad was pissed out of his fucking face in the back garden.
Yeah, and who was it with again? That mob wife? What's her name? Marissa. Yeah. She goes, "Are you on a task?" And he goes, "Task, titty tassel."
Titties is his
titty tassel.
Titties is his favourite word.
What up, titties? You want to hang out? What's he on about?
And then he went, "What if I said hello, titties?" And he said he wanted to have a go at Marissa's man because he had no game. I guess because he left her or cheated on her or whatever. I don't know. They're not together anymore. And then Chad said, "Don't fuck people on reality TV." And Jordan said, it's okay, just use a condom. So that's good.